So just before this video starts, I just want to stress that no sliders, apart from the ones I used to enhance the ability of the CPU, were used in the making of this video, and the fixtures and results are just simply a recreation of the results that happened in the actual career mode save. Hello and welcome everyone to the final day of the Premier League season for the season number 2 finale. We're going to be covering all of the games that are going on that matter in this final day of the Premier League season because there's so many battles going on up and down the table. The title race will be reaching its conclusion today. All the drama going on between Hull City, Manchester City and Manchester United in that battle. We've got the battle for the top 4 in the Champions League places as well as a relegation scrap going on at the bottom of the table, and we'll be showing you all of the action, all of the highlights that matter from all of the games as it happens on this final day. But you can see the first game that we're going to check out in terms of the intro is Hull City versus Newcastle United. Newcastle newly promoted, sitting 9th in mid-table, but Hull City have got a lot, of course, to lose or a lot to gain on this final day of the season. Going into it in second place, 1 point behind Manchester City. If they win and City drop points against Arsenal, they could be champions for the second year in a row after that shock title win last season. Talking of Manchester City, they are welcoming Arsenal to the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City going into this final day are 1 point clear at the top of the table and are the favourites to win the Premier League this season. But the visitors today, Arsenal, have got their own battle going on. They go into the final day of the season in 5th place, 3 points behind North London rivals Tottenham, so they've got a lot to play for as well. This will not be an easy day for Manchester City. It's not going to be an easy day for Manchester United potentially too. They are the outsiders going into this title battle and they host Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. They're 3 points behind their Manchester rivals, Manchester City, so they are very much outsiders for the title. But if both City and Hull lose, then they could end the day as champions. Meanwhile, in the battle for the top 4, we've already seen Arsenal there away from home in a very difficult tie against Manchester City. But Tottenham Hotspur, their North London rivals, are welcoming Everton in a similarly difficult game at White Hart Lane. They go into this final day of the season 3 points clear in 4th position and very much favourites for Champions League football. We'll have to see how that develops. Meanwhile, at the other end of the table, there's a relegation battle going on. Already relegated Norwich City welcome Burnley to Carrow Road. Burnley are 1 point behind Southampton going into the final day, who are 18th and 17th respectively. We've already seen Norwich and Sheffield Wednesday go down, and who will join them? It'll be either Southampton, who are away from home at the Britannia against Stoke, or it'll be Burnley. Going into this one, of course, as I mentioned, Southampton are 1 point clear against Burnley. Burnley just really need to better the South Coast side's performance, really, in terms of a result. If Southampton win, they're guaranteed to survive. If they draw, then Burnley need to win in order to get out of the mire and escape relegation. Southampton have really underperformed given the side that they have. They've definitely got the superior side on paper, but a recent dip in form has left them in big trouble. The games are underway, though, as you can see. The 3 o'clock kickoffs are underway, and Southampton get us underway here at the Britannia against Stoke City, looking for a quick start in order to get all the drama that's going to unfold today underway very quickly. And Southampton can have a chance already. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg there with a shot from outside of the area, and the Dane almost finds the bottom corner of Jack Butland's net there, but it remains 0-0. Early chance in this one after just 2 minutes already. It's been a surprisingly open start to proceedings here at White Hart Lane between Tottenham and Everton. The ball into the box there from Eric Dyer is cleared away by Ashley Williams, and that will result in a corner. Both sides are usually attacking and flowing. The ball's going to come into the box. It's towards Alderweireld, and what a header that is! Rifled into the back of the net with the use of the forehead by Toby Alderweireld. What a goal! In the 11th minute, there was no chance for Stekelenburg in between the Everton sticks. Alderweireld gets the run on Ross Barkley and Ashley Williams. Jumps highest. I think James McCarthy was meant to be marking him and he lost his man. And Alderweireld, you cannot afford to do that when the Belgian's in the box. It's 1-0 to Tottenham here. Leon Bailey there into Ryan Mason. I'm sure Hull fans will be very happy to see him back after 3 months on the sidelines. But here's Andrew Robertson quickly into Vincent Kozielo. Block comes in. It's Devonta Stefaniak. What a goal from Marvin Stefaniak. Incredible into the top corner. No chance for Tim Krul in the Newcastle goal. Oh my word. Hull City fans, that is the way they wanted to start this game. And as things stand in the very early stages of today, they're winning the league because City are only drawing, of course, against Arsenal. But what a goal on the edge of the area from Marvin Stefaniak out of absolutely nowhere into the top corner on the turn. Hull City lead 1-0 at home here against Newcastle at the KC. Raheem Sterling's making some good progress down the right-hand side here for Manchester City. Ball into the box, but cleared away there at the back post. That'll go out for a throw-in. Both Sanchez and Sterling going for it, but neither were going to jump that high. Fernandinho there getting booked as well for an earlier challenge on Jack Wilshere. He'll be hoping that that doesn't cause any sort of detriment to him or his team later on. There was the challenge, Fernandinho going in on Wilshere. The throw-in has already been taken though, and Raheem Sterling's going to try and get past Nacho Monreal with some trickery. Looks if he's done so. Ball's going to be swung into the box, surely by Sterling towards Aguero, headed away. It'll fall though to Kolarov, who goes for the shot, and it bobbles against the post. Coquelin and Monreal will try and get it clear, but that's a massive let-off for Arsenal. Kolarov hitting the post there. This is Mkhitaryan in a very deep lying role. Unsurprisingly, United have been pretty dominant here. Some good passing play as well between them. That's Rooney to Pogba. Martial's in behind. Can Martial finish? Yes, he can. Clinical as ever from the Frenchman. And on his left foot, Anthony Martial gives Manchester United the lead here at Old Trafford. Crystal Palace, in truth, have not looked very threatening going forward, and United have looked completely the opposite in attack. That is a great goal. The two Frenchmen, Pogba and Martial, combine. Pogba gets the assist, and Martial puts it in past Wayne Hennessy. Everton have got a free kick in a pretty dangerous position. It'll be Ross Barkley stood over it into the box, but headed away comfortably by Tottenham, who are still maintaining that one-goal lead, and they've got a chance to double it potentially here with the counter-attack. Dele Alli's going against Seamus Coleman. Not got much in the way of support as Dele Alli goes for the chip. Almost outrageous by Dele Alli. That would have been astonishing. I think he's gone for a Bona chip, has he? That surely would have been a goal of the season contender, if not nailed on goal of the season. It found the back of the net. It's just gone over the bar of Martin Stecklenburg. Unreal skill from the Englishman. Manchester City have definitely had the better of the last 5 minutes, and they've got a corner. Nolito swings it in, but headed away. Only as far as Raheem Sterling. He's not being closed down. Goes for the shot, and it's a wonderful goal from Raheem Sterling to put Manchester City back into a Premier League winning position. The City fans, unsurprisingly, go mental in the corner of the stadium to which Raheem Sterling has gone to. It's a great finish as well. Not something you usually expect from someone like Raheem Sterling, but he wasn't being closed down by Arsenal defenders. He went for the pot shot, and Petr Cech could not get there. Standing in for Jan Oblak, who's injured for today. Gabriel tried to block it, but couldn't get there. Neither could Cech. And it's 1-0 here to City. United thwarting Palace's attack, and can now go on a counter. It's Pogba back to Rooney, now back to Pogba. This is looking pretty dangerous for Palace. There's a man in the middle. It's Henrik Mkhitaryan, and Mkhitaryan finds the back of the net to double United's lead. It's simple as you like. It's a 1-2 between Pogba and Rooney. The ball into the box to the Armenian, and he was never going to miss, let's be honest. He's always got the technical ability to control that with the chest and put it past Wayne Hennessy right into the side netting. But thankfully for United fans, the right part of the side netting. It doesn't mean much because Hull and City are currently winning, but it's a good goal from Mkhitaryan nonetheless. Hull City fans may know by now, really, that both their title rivals are winning, so it's imperative they hold on to this lead here against Newcastle. Mvogo's punched that free kick clear, but only as far as Rolando Aarons. Good shot from him, but a good save from Mvogo to make up for not the most convincing of punches. He's been fantastic as Mvogo since he came in January, and that's another crucial save from him. One-handed as well, but it's a strong hand to turn it past the post. Rolando Aarons denied, and Hull City hold on to the 1-0 lead. Been a pretty explosive half here at the Etihad, but we're approaching the break here at 1-0. Aguero losing out there to Wilshere, who's gone down under the challenge of it's Fernandinho, and that's going to be issues. That has to be issues for the Brazilian, and it is. He's off. It's a red card and a second yellow for Fernandinho, and that is surely going to make things difficult for City. Down to 10 men for 45 minutes of this game against a team like Arsenal. That is not going to be easy. Unsurprisingly, Guardiola is not happy at all. Tottenham can't rest on the laurels here. They know they've got to try and get a second. This is some good passing play, actually. Vincent Janssen there through to Eric Dyer, who's in on goal, and he's been brought down. And that is a penalty, a stonewaller, and Ashley Williams knows it. He's arguably lucky to only get away with a yellow as well. Potentially could have been seen as a red. But the main thing for Everton is they're in pretty dire straits, and again, right on the edge of half-time. Just not what they needed. The lunging challenge coming in. It was pretty desperate in the end from the Welshman. And Vincent Janssen will be tasked with the job of putting it into the back of the net, and he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Vincent Janssen doubles Tottenham's lead here against Everton. It is now 2-0 to the North London side, and they look well, almost nailed on now to grab 4th place and Champions League football for next season above Arsenal, who are of course losing as well against City, despite City being down to 10 men. 2-0 on the edge of half-time. Vincent Janssen and his teammates, unsurprisingly, very happy with that. Good penalty from the Dutchman. There's been a lot of drama on the cusp of the break here across the country, but it looks as if it's seemingly half-time in most of the games, at least now, across the Premier League. It's certainly half-time at the KC Stadium, and that man there, Marvin Stefaniak, has given the title rivals, or, you know, one of the teams bidding for the title, the lead in this game. Hull City 1-0 up against Newcastle thanks to that bullet goal from Marvin Stefaniak. What a strike that was. It's also half-time at the Britannia. We haven't seen any action, really, apart from that second-minute strike for Højbjerg, but it's 0-0 still at that ground, so not too much going on in terms of the relegation battle, because at the moment as well, it is 0-0 between Norwich and Burnley. So that, of course, is not enough for Burnley to escape relegation, because Southampton are also drawing. In terms of the other half-time scores then at the moment, so you can see them on the screen. Hull City, we know they're winning 1-0 against Newcastle thanks to that goal from Stefaniak. In terms of the other teams fighting for the title, Man City are winning 1-0 against Arsenal right now, but are of course down to 10 men. That could cause them some issues later. United are cruising 2-0 up against Palace. It's 0-0 in both the games that revolve around the relegation battle, so Norwich v Burnley and Stoke v Southampton. And Tottenham are also winning 2-0 as well against Everton, but now it's time to get into the second half. Very early on after the break here in the Burnley game, Sean Dyche, I'm sure, will be looking for a response after a pretty quiet first half. That's Stephen Defour into Sam Vokes. It's back to the Belgian again, Stephen Defour, and he's got the response as Sean Dyche, because Burnley are 1-0 up against already relegated Norwich, and as things stand, with just under 45 minutes of this day to go, or this game to go, Burnley are staying up because they're winning and Southampton are only drawing, but again, there's a long way to go. Stephen Defour, though, with the goal, running in from central midfield and slotting the ball past John Ruddy. It seemed pretty comfortable, and it's a nightmare start for Norwich, but it's a dream start to the second half for Burnley. 1-0 to them. Everton haven't looked too bad in this second half so far. They certainly need to bounce back after that pretty poor first half from them. Leighton Baines there setting Yannick Bolasie away down the left-hand side. The Congolese winger can try and use some skill to cut inside, and he has done. He's been brought down as well. That's a penalty again. Second penalty of the day, but this time for a different side, and it's Toby Alderweireld who gives Tottenham the lead, who's gone from hero to zero after bringing down Bolasie in the box. And it is a penalty for Everton, a chance for them to get back into this game. It's at the same end of the stadium, but this time it's Romelu Lukaku stepping up to take it, and it's the same result. Again, the goalkeeper is sent the wrong way, but this time Lloris is beaten by the Belgian Romelu Lukaku up front for Everton, and the deficit is halved. Only 10 minutes into this second half, and Tottenham will be nervously looking over their shoulder now because they can't afford to let this slip. This is a top four football that's at stake. Although a lot still needs to happen for them to lose that fourth position. But it's a good penalty from Lukaku, smashing it to the right. And it's 2-1 here. Everton back in it. Here's Coquelin then on the ball for Arsenal. Into Jack Wilshere, just passing it and playing it around. Obviously a bit more space in that midfield now for City after the sending off of Fernandinho. And here's Sanchez now down the left-hand side. Not being trapped by Bakary Sagna. The Chilean's been allowed to cut inside as well. Could be lethal on that right foot, and he finds the back of the net. What a goal from Alexis Sanchez to equalise here for Arsenal against Manchester City. That's a big blow for Man City as well. It's a title-losing blow as things stand in the 58th minute. Hull City are winning. Manchester City are only drawing now thanks to that great goal there from Alexis Sanchez. You could see it coming as well. No one really covering him from cutting inside. And on his right foot, he's found the far corner. Caballero will be very disappointed about his role to play in that goal. Maybe unsighted, but he's not covered himself in much glory at all. But Hull City claiming 3 points at the moment. Manchester City only claiming 1. That is enough for Hull to win the title at the moment. Big goal from Sanchez. United will be looking for a good delivery here from Mkhitaryan, who's already got a goal to his name. It's into the box there, and it's into the back of the net. It's been turned in. It's Chris Smalling who wheels away in celebration of all people and grabs United's third goal of this game. And they are looking ever so comfortable now in the 58th minute of this one. It's a simple goal. Valencia to the back post. Control from Smalling and pokes it into the back of the net past Hennessy at the near post. And 3-0 to United. Looking easy now. Everton are looking a new side at the moment. They've suddenly got a lot more confidence going forward. That's James McCarthy on the ball at the moment here for Everton. Tottenham trying to get the ball off him, off the Irishman. Here's Leighton Baines as well down the left-hand side. And the ball into the box. It's going to be dealt with. No, it's not by Vertonghen, and it's in the back of the net, and it's Lukaku again. And Tottenham have let a 2-goal lead slip in a space of 10 minutes. It's 2 goals in 10 for Everton, and it's 2 goals in 10 for one man. It's Romelu Lukaku pouncing on a mistake from Vertonghen. And their Tottenham's centre-back partnership has crumbled in the first 10 minutes of this first 20 minutes, of this second half. And suddenly it's level, it's 2-2 here. It's nervy times here for Manchester City fans at the Etihad. I'm sure it's nervy times for Arsenal fans at the Etihad too. They still need to score and hope that Tottenham concede again in order to grab the top 4 place. But in terms of the title race, Hull City are winning it at the moment. They're still holding on by 1-0 against Newcastle at the moment. And City need to at least grab a goal or hope that Newcastle score, because at the moment Hull City are overturning that 1-point deficit they had at the start of the day. It's still looking good as far as things stand for Burnley. At the moment, they are staying up due to the fact that Stoke are currently holding Southampton to a deadlock. Some great skill there as well from Andre Gray to draw the challenge in from Bennett there, the Norwich defender. And that'll be a yellow card for the Norwich man. Great bit of skill, as I was saying, dribbling their ability from Andre Gray to win the free kick, which has been taken quickly actually by Matt Lowton to Dean Marney, and it's into the back of the net, into the bottom corner, and Burnley have doubled their lead in an instant after that free kick, and it's a great goal from Dean Marney. The central midfielder grabs what I think is only his second goal of the season for Burnley, but not a bad time to do it. That pretty much puts Burnley in a fantastic position with only 20 minutes this game to go. Norwich, unfortunately for them, are only fighting for pride, so maybe slightly easier to hold on than if Norwich were in this relegation scrap as well. Ben Mee just dodging it. Ruddy may be a little bit unsighted there. This is David Silva here for City. Trying to find Yaya Toure over the top, but he's not going to find him with that. And here comes Francis Coquelin, trying to get away from Otamendi. City are throwing a lot of players forward now. And this is looking dangerous. It's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain going against John Stones. He's turned him outside and in. Goes for the shot. It's hit the post. It's Cazorla, and it's somehow been scrambled away by the ex-Arsenal man, Bakary Sagna. Arsene Wenger looks bemused. Doesn't know how that's not gone in. It's looking testing times for City right now. Tottenham are still 4th as things stand, but they probably ought to be winning this game with the chances they've had. Here's Dele Alli, now into Vincent Janssen. It's back to Dele Alli again, looking dangerous here. Tottenham, and it's into the back of the net from Dele Alli. He could have had an incredible goal earlier. He's got a goal nonetheless now in the 81st minute. And with 10 minutes to go, Tottenham are back in the lead. They've prevented the comeback, which looked as if it was on the cards at the start of the half when Everton grabbed 2 goals in quick succession. Stekelenburg looks frustrated. Tottenham have got back into this game. They have had a foothold in the game for a few minutes now, really, after the torrent of Everton pressure in this half. And it's a good finish from Dele Alli, rifling it high into the back of the net. It's a great goal from the Englishman. Not quite a Rabona chip, but that would have been almost too good to be true. Pochettino, passionate, very happy with that. Here's Andros Townsend then. Crystal Palace are on the attack. They've been outplayed really today, but they're going forward here, still not giving up. This is Johan Cabaye bursting into the area, into Jordan Much and into Benteke. Really well worked goal. It should be nothing more than a consolation for Palace, but it is a nice goal from Benteke nonetheless. It's a really nice move actually, but it's a shame for Palace that they didn't actually do this earlier. Not long left now for Hull City. As things stand, they are going to be champions, back-to-back champions, but they do need to hold on against Newcastle, who are starting to dedicate players forward and attack. The counter-attack is potentially on. It's Marvin Stefaniak there, the guy who scored the first goal, of course, for Hull. Over to Cosiello, now to Leon Bailey, who can cause some issues back from his injuries. Cut inside, great piece of skill into Wyland Cyprien. And the French substitute gets the goal for Hull City, which surely completes their victory in this football match. And now they've just got to hope that Man City don't get a goal at the Etihad. Wyland Cyprien, the substitute, comes on and grabs a goal. And it's Leon Bailey, after 3 months injured, with a fantastic assist, great bit of skill. And Cyprien just cushions the ball into the back of the net, just caresses it in past Krul and Saivet on the line. And it is a very important goal for Hull City with just 3 minutes of this tie to go. Palace are still throwing players forward to try and get that second goal, but they could be caught out. This is Mkhitaryan. Of course, scored the second goal for United. He's put in Pogba over the top. This could be a fourth, and to end things completely, and it is. Paul Pogba gets his goal. He's probably deserved it today after getting the assist for Martial, and it's 4-1 to Manchester United, and not the preparation that Crystal Palace needed going into their Champions League final against Hull City. Good assist from Mkhitaryan, and Pogba calmly slots it past Hennessy. Here is Kyle Walker then down the right-hand side, looking as if Tottenham have got this 4th place sewn up. They've got a corner here as well. Leighton Baines blocking the cross. It'll be swung in by Lamela towards Vincent Janssen. Nodded on, and it's in the back of the net again. It's Toby Alderweireld again. He's got a brace. What an afternoon it's been for Toby Alderweireld. He's scored, he's given away a penalty, and now he's scored again. For Tottenham, it's 4-2 in the 93rd minute of this game, and that is game over. What an exciting game it's been. 4-2 in this one, but Alderweireld unmarked and grabs his brace, his 2nd goal. Southampton have got 3 minutes to get their survival in the Premier League sewn up, because at the moment they're going down. This is dire straits, but it's Højbjerg who goes for the shot. What a save from Jack Butland. That could be the save that keeps Burnley in the Premier League. The corner is a short one into Nathan Redmond, who turns his man. He's cutting in, he's been challenged, it's fallen to Jose Font, and Font's put it in the back of the net, and that is an absolute heart blow for Burnley fans, but it is revival for Southampton fans, and of course it's the captain Jose Font who gets the goal. 1-0 in the 89th minute of this game. Jose Font, of all people, rifles the ball into the back of the net to potentially keep his club Southampton in the Premier League, and no matter whether Burnley are winning against Norwich or not, this result right now is enough to keep Southampton in the Premier League, and unsurprisingly the celebrations are massive from the fans and the players alike. What a goal. The ball has been punted forward by Everton, could cause some confusion, but Lloris is there to punch clear. And that is the final action of the game. Tottenham sew up a 4th place finish in the Premier League and Champions League football with an incredibly entertaining 4-2 victory over Everton at White Hart Lane. You can almost see it coming when you knew Tottenham and Everton were going to be playing each other. Fantastic game, but Everton end up on the wrong side of the result. On the right side of the result, though, after an incredible ending, Jose Font keeps Southampton in the Premier League with a 90th minute winner, and what a goal it was as well against Stoke City, but that condemns Burnley to relegation. Meanwhile, at the Etihad, it's all over there, which means that Hull City, unless they blow this lead somehow at the end of the game, cannot give away the Premier League title. City only get a 1-1 draw against Arsenal, and surely that is enough for Hull City to grab back-to-back Premier League titles. Arsenal won't be finishing in 4th, but it's all about Hull City today. Leon Bailey here bursting down the right-hand side. He's wanting a 3rd goal for Hull City as things stand, and he's still going. Is the Jamaican. He's got some support from Asmoon. He's also got Odubajo in support. Can't find him. It's bobbling around the area. Asmoon goes down. It's cleared away, though, but that doesn't matter to Hull City fans. What matters is they have accumulated the most amount of points this season, and hence Hull City are back-to-back champions in the Premier League. They weren't even the favourites going into it this time, into the title race this time. They've managed to overhaul the 1-point deficit that City had going into the final day. And Arsenal have done Hull City a massive favour, and the underdogs going into the season have done it again. They've strengthened the side somewhat, the likes of Asmoon coming in, and a few others as well, Cyprien, Afori, who have all done really, really well in their first seasons in the Premier League. And this is the result of their hard work. There's Robertson, still at the club, Snodgrass there as well in the background, Ryan Mason, Livermore, all been here since the start, but Michael Keane will be lifting the trophy here as Hull City are awarded the Premier League title again. It is a 2nd win of the Premier League, and it's back-to-back wins of the title for Hull City. Who would have thought it back at the start of the 2016-2017 season that Hull would win the title twice in a row? They've come into it as sort of underdogs in this regard in today, but they've brought together young and unknown players, the likes of Ebenezer Afori, the likes of Marvin Stefaniak, Linus Valkvist, who unfortunately picked up a knock before today's game and wasn't involved, Cyprien and Didi, and all of them have come in and provided massive amounts of quality into the side. Obviously not forgetting as well the contributions of the likes of Ntep and Rusnak, who were injured long term before this game, and we'll have to watch Hull City, their teammates lifting the title without them, but they'll know that they've done a good job of helping this happen. Hull City then are champions once again. It's been a pleasure to bring you this from myself. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.